Hello, and welcome to another episode of Curious Mind, where we unravel the mysteries of literature, philosophy, and the human spirit. I'm Anna, joined by my co-host Adrian. Our channel is still new, and we're so excited to build this community with you. If you love diving deep into big ideas, please hit that subscribe button and join us.
Hey everyone, we're thrilled you're here. Since we're just getting started, we'd love for you to help us shape this journey. Drop a comment below with your favorite literature book and any ideas you have for future episodes. Let's make this a living, breathing conversation. Your voice matters to us.
Today we're diving into a literary giant, Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. It's a story that wrestles with guilt, redemption, and what it means to be human.
Let's kick things off with the basics. Crime and Punishment, published in 1866, is set in the gritty streets of St. Petersburg. Our main character is Rodion Raskolnikov, a broke ex-student with big ideas and bigger problems. He's living in a cramped attic, barely scraping by, when he hatches a plan to murder Alyona Ivanovna, a nasty old pawnbroker he sees as a leech on society.
Right, and he's got this wild theory to justify it. Some extraordinary people, like Napoleon, can break moral rules for a higher purpose. So he grabs an axe, kills Alyona, and then her sister Lizaveta, who walks in at the wrong moment. But instead of feeling like a hero, Raskolnikov spirals into a mess of guilt and fear.
Yeah, he's not exactly strutting around like a mastermind. He gets sick, paranoid, and starts acting so weird that people notice. Like Porfiry Petrovich, this brilliant detective who's onto him from the jump. Then there's Sonya Marmeladova, a poor girl pushed into prostitution to feed her family. She becomes his unlikely lifeline.
The story builds to this intense climax where Raskolnikov confesses to Sonya and she convinces him to turn himself in. He ends up in a Siberian prison, and in the epilogue we see glimmers of hope as he starts to embrace redemption through suffering and Sonya's love. It's dark, messy, and totally gripping.
All right, let's zoom in on the heart of this novel: guilt and redemption. These aren't just plot points, they're experiences we all wrestle with at some point. Guilt can eat you alive, and redemption? It's that faint light at the end of a very long tunnel.
Dostoevsky turns these universal struggles into a masterpiece. Raskolnikov's crime, killing two women with an axe, is the spark that lights up this exploration. It's not just about the act, it's about what happens inside him after. Let's break it down.
After the murder, Raskolnikov's mind becomes a battlefield. He's feverish, hallucinating, and jumping at shadows. He's got this constant dread that someone's gonna figure him out. Like when he faints at the police station just hearing about the crime.
And it's not just fear of getting caught, it's deeper. He's drowning in shame and self-loathing. He thought he'd feel powerful, proving his extraordinary man theory, but instead he's a wreck. His relationships tank. He pushes away his mom, his sister Dunya, even his buddy Razumikhin, who's just trying to help.
Exactly. Guilt twists how he sees the world. He's suspicious of everyone, even himself. There's this scene where he dreams about beating the pawnbroker again, and it's like his mind's screaming, "You can't escape this!" Dostoevsky's showing us how guilt isn't just a feeling, it's a force that rewires you.
But then there's redemption, and it's not a quick fix. Raskolnikov's journey starts when he spills everything to Sonya. She's this quiet, suffering soul with a huge heart, and she doesn't judge him, she listens. She tells him to confess, to accept suffering and redeem yourself through it.
Sonya's a game changer. She's got this unshakable faith in God, in people, and it's like a lifeline for Raskolnikov. He confesses to the cops, gets sent to Siberia, and it's there, over months, that he starts to crack open. In the epilogue, he finally feels something like love and hope.
What's so real about this is that redemption isn't instant. He resists it, his pride's in the way, and even after confessing, he's still cold. But Sonya sticks with him, and slowly he begins to heal. It's a process, not a Hollywood ending.
And that's where empathy comes in. Dostoevsky doesn't let us hate Raskolnikov. We get why he's so messed up. Poverty, despair, these big ideas he can't shake. Sonya sees that too. She forgives him, not because he deserves it, but because she gets his pain.
Forgiveness here is huge. It's not just for Raskolnikov, it's for Sonya too. By forgiving him, she lifts some of her own burden, and for the people he hurt, like Lizaveta's memory, it's a ripple effect. Empathy lets us see the human behind the crime, and that's what makes redemption possible.
Totally. It's like Dostoevsky's saying, we're all flawed, we all screw up, but understanding each other, having compassion, can pull us back from the edge. It's messy, but it's beautiful.
Okay, let's pause for a sec to say thank you. To everyone who's already joined our Curious Mind community, your support keeps us going, and we're so grateful. Keep those comments coming. They light up our day.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. Now let's shift gears and dig into the man himself, Raskolnikov.
Raskolnikov's not your average villain. He's a broke ex-student scraping by in a city that's falling apart. His mom and sister are struggling too, and he's furious at the injustice. Poverty everywhere, people like Alyona profiting off it.
That anger fuels his intellectual pride. He's smart, too smart maybe, and he starts thinking he's above everyone else. He's got this extraordinary man theory. Some people are so great they can break rules, even kill, if it's for a noble cause. He wants to be that guy.
It's his moral compass, or lack of one, that drives the whole story. He convinces himself Alyona's a parasite, that killing her is justified, but when he does it, that compass spins out of control.
The murder's a shock to his system. He plans it, sure, but the reality, blood, chaos, Lizaveta's screams, hits him hard. He thought he'd feel righteous, but guilt crashes in instead. He can't sleep, can't think straight.
His conscience is at war with itself. One minute he's justifying it, she was evil, I'm better than this. The next, he's crumbling under the weight. His moral boundaries shift. He starts questioning everything he believed. It's like watching a tightrope walker lose balance.
And that evolution's key. At first, he's all theory, no heart. But as guilt gnaws at him, he can't dodge the human cost. His confession to Sonya's the tipping point. He's not just admitting the crime, he's admitting he was wrong.
He doesn't get there alone though. Sonya's this quiet force. Her compassion cuts through his walls. She's suffered too, but she's not bitter. She reads him the Bible, talks about grace, and it messes with his head in a good way.
Then there's Porfiry Petrovich, the detective. He's like a mind ninja. Calm, clever, always one step ahead. He doesn't arrest Raskolnikov. He toys with him, dropping hints, making him sweat. It's psychological warfare, and it works.
And don't forget his inner circle. Razumikhin, his loyal friend, keeps trying to pull him back to reality. His mum and sister too, they love him, but their neediness stresses him out. All these people shape his choices, pushing him toward the edge or pulling him back.
Those choices wreck him. Physically, he's a mess sick, weak, barely eating. Psychologically, he's haunted. Nightmares, panic, the works. He cuts himself off from everyone, like he's punishing himself before the law can.
And it's not just him. The murder ripples out. Alyona and Lizaveta are gone, their little worlds shaken. St. Petersburg's already a pressure cooker of poverty and despair, and Raskolnikov's crime just adds to the chaos. It's a slap at society's rules, daring it to respond.
Yeah, he's testing the moral code. Can you really step outside it and get away? Spoiler, you can't. The consequences catch up, and they're brutal.
But here's the hope. Redemption. His confession's raw, he's shaking, broken, spilling it all to Sonya, then to the police. It's not pretty, but it's real. He owns it, and that's the first step.
That moment's huge. He's not just saying, "I did it." He's letting go of that extraordinary man delusion. Prison's hell, but it humbles him. Sonya's there, steady as ever, and he starts to see himself differently. Not a genius, just a guy who messed up.
It's a slow burn from pride to humility. He fights it, doubts it, but by the end, he's opening up to love, to life. It's not a fairy tale, it's a hard-won shift.
So why does this 150-year-old book still hit so hard? Because guilt, redemption, the mess of being human, it's timeless. Raskolnikov's headspace feels like it could be anyone's after a big mistake.
Totally. The psychology's spot on, how guilt warps you, how redemption's a slog, and the social stuff, poverty, power, justice, it's still our world. Dostoevsky's asking us, what do you do when you cross a line? How do you come back?
It's a gut punch and a lifeline. If you haven't read it, grab a copy. If you have, read it again. Then tell us what you think. Guilt, redemption, Raskolnikov's wild ride. What sticks with you?
That's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with us on Curious Mind. Please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow this little corner of the internet.
And keep those comments coming. Your favorite books, your episode ideas, anything. We're here for it. Until next time, stay curious.